What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining for another recap. So today's drama. I made some money today. Grateful. It's a green day. I'm shutting it down after this, and that's it. It's done. But I'm slightly disappointed because I was up more than $20, $22 approximately. But now I'm closing the day at $7.80. And look, don't get me wrong, still a green day, still a good result. I'm happy. But I think it's just one of those things where you get frustrated and you could easily fall into the trap of, oh, I want to make that money that I had made 10 seconds ago back. And you go back and you go back and you keep digging in. Anyway, let's dive in and have a look at these trades. I'll keep it short and sweet, but yeah, the bottom line is we made money today and we are green. So here's my P&L for today. I traded CCTG, which is a Chinese company, and made $4.60. And then Camp was the one that got a private placement news and it just shot up. And I made in the first move, in the first trade I took on that, $17.80. 89 cents move. But anyway, we'll look at that in a minute. But yeah, CCTG, I think it's selling off now. It was a Chinese stock. To be honest, there wasn't any news on it from what I can remember. No, there wasn't. I got in there because it was just moving. There was momentum. So it was a riskier trade to take for sure. I wouldn't say it's something that I would go back to all the time, but I managed to lock in some profits. To be honest, when I made that money on CCTG, I was like, you know what, I'm going to walk away and lock it up. But then obviously Camp popped up on the scanners and I paid some attention to that. And you know what, after that Camp trade, I should have just walked away. But but anyway, excuse me. All right, when did I get in? 5:43 and 22 seconds. So I got in at 5:43. I got in, where did I get in? 43. So I got in around here. 43. Yeah, there. So my thinking here was that it was going to break the, I was hoping that it would give us a push and break the high of this previous candle. And I got in at 456, so just as it was pushing up on this. And because I know that they give quick pops, I just immediately sold as soon as I got in. So I got in at 43 and 22 seconds passed, and I sold 3 seconds later. So it was a quick pop, captured that move, almost 25 cents move on this little pop here. And that was that. That was a trade on CCTG. I didn't touch it after that because, as you can see, started going sideways, and that was it. Now Camp came up, popped up with news, and to be honest, I pulled this up and immediately it was surging. So although I did have a quick glance at the news and I looked at the charts, I just wanted to get on that initial momentum, because sometimes when you do take your time and think about it too long, you miss that move and that's it. You don't get in. By the time you get back in, it's too late, which was the right call. So it was the right decision to make. I made 89 cents in that first move. So I got in that candle here where I've circled, and then I surged all the way up to 740. So I got in at 522 and I sold at 611. So that was a really nice move. So that gave me $17.80. And I should have walked away then. But then I went in and I waited for this 1 minute to sort of settle down and give us a little pullback. And I thought that it might give us a move up here because the red volume was slightly lower. And I thought that it would give us a quick leg up and maybe push through the high of this previous candle. But unfortunately I got in and I think I took a 50 cents loss there. And I got back in again thinking that it will give us another move because it was hovering and the price action was it was erratic. And I thought, there's volatility here. And if it's going to give us a move, it's got to be here. Then I got in again and I think that gave me a 33 cents loss as well. So I gave back most of my profits there. I did take one more trade on it, which was a 10 cents later on. But as you can see, it's sort of sold off. And that was it. I think the way we're going to treat this market right now is jump on the momentum, don't get greedy, don't give into FOMO, lock it in and walk away, because we just don't know when this volatility is going to end. And also you don't want to be on the backside or on the wrong side of this volatility, because although stocks have been making 2,000-3,000% moves, when you look online and look at the chats and look at the Twitter comments on X, I should say, some people have been caught in some of those drops, and they've lost quite a lot of money. But in any case, look, it's a green day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.